Hello everybody, today is a project pan update. I will be telling you how things are going with regards to my project pan use and what I've used up in the last few weeks. This is my project pan cosmetic case. Obviously it's a little full, so we'll have to reassess what we're doing here, and I'm going to take everything out. I'm going to set it on the table, and then I'm going to just replace stuff inside the cosmetic bag once we've talked about it and I continue to use it. So let's see how it goes. So we have sort of sorted through what I have in there. Let's start, as always, with a primer. I have my VDL Lumi Layer Primer. It is a subtle glowy primer that is very reasonable for normal to oily skin, if that's what you have, because it is a glowy primer that is not greasy, which I like. I don't actually like very moisturizing greasy primers. I got rid of my Glossier Future Dew because of that. It just felt sticky, and I don't love primers that feel sticky and don't set. I can deal with primers that feel sticky, makeup sticks to them, and eventually everything sets. Now, if it's meant to stay greasy, that's not a primer for me. VDL doesn't do that. It's a lovely Korean brand. I would consider repurchasing this primer. I really like it. I've been doing very well with it. I don't have a ton left, probably enough, I'm assuming, for 2 to 3 more updates. But it's a beautiful product and I've been enjoying using it. What can I say? It's really nice. It's one of those primers that you can just throw on and wear without a foundation with a little bit of concealer, and it's going to give you just that little extra something for your skin. So this one we're going to keep around. I'm just putting it in because it's not done yet. Another primer that I'm including right now, and this is a primer that I haven't used before, it's a primer by Lee Swatier, and it's because warmer weather is coming and I'm more interested in pore concealment. I like a concealed pore, smooth texture. I don't have a lot of texture on my face, so the only place I use the pore filler is around my nose, and that's what it is. It's kind of like a balm pore filler. It's called Base Miracle Blur to Go balm, complexion blurring balm. I've used it a couple of times just to test it out and see how I like it. I will continue using it. I use a little bit at a time, so I do expect this to last me a while, and I'm going to complete it. It's kind of a good project pan item because it's very easy to track progress. You know, sometimes it's kind of hard to tell how much you're using, how much you're not using. But with these kinds of products that you scoop, I use a little metal spatula, like a dental metal spatula, to scoop it out. So the progress is going to be very obvious. And that's one of the reasons that I might pick up a particular product, because it's just easier to track progress on it. So this Blur to Go primer is entering. That's a new product that I'm putting in. We'll see how it goes. I'm kind of excited because I do like a blurred complexion, and this will allow me to do just that. The Estee Lauder Double Wear Light, I have really very little left. I think by next update it's going to be completely done. I don't think that it's going to be able to last me longer than a single update because there's just so very little left. I think I'm going to depot it because it's just getting very difficult to squeeze it out. I'm going to depot it and use it up. I actually mixed it up with a Charlotte Tilbury, the long wearing one, foundation that she has put out, and I really like the combination because Charlotte Tilbury is a little drying and very high coverage, and this is nicely textured and lower coverage. So the two of them mixed together really create a nice product, but that also means that I use less of this because it's being mixed and I'm not just using the Double Wear Light. I prefer Double Wear actually to Double Wear Light, so in the future I'll probably be repurchasing this from this line, but not this particular product. Instead of Double Wear Light, I'd be repurchasing the classic Estee Lauder Double Wear. I've had it before. I really enjoyed it. I used up 2 bottles of it in the past, so I'll probably be buying that one. Right now, I don't have a need for more foundations because I have plenty. So this one is going to be a goner in the next update. I strongly suspect that. With regards to complexion, I have my Lingerie Depot powder from Guerlain. Now, the picture or the video that I have up is not going to really give you a very good idea of my use because I repressed it and then it's gotten a lot thinner compared to previous. So I actually suspect that it might be done next time. Although you don't see a lot of progress, the volume of the actual product is actually a lot lower. I like this powder very much. I'm not sure how many of these I've used up in the past. I will continue using it. Obviously, I like it a lot, so it's going to keep coming back into my possession. I do have a few pressed powders, foundations in my possession at the moment, so I won't be repurchasing the Lingerie Depot right away, but I will be buying it in the future, I'm sure. Lovely powder. Despite what it looks like on the screen, it's actually a lot less than before, so I suspect that by next time this might be maybe used up. We'll see. So we're putting that one back too. The forever lasting, never ending Champs-Élysées Guerlain Meteorites Crazy Pearls. Again, the camera doesn't really capture very well the usage, and it looks like there's not much going on. I'm not weighing my product, so it's very difficult, of course, to be precise about it if you're not doing the weigh-ins. However, I can see that there's a lot less space occupied by the pearls, and the pearls are getting smaller in volume as well as they're being sort of crushed and used up. I think it's going to last me quite a while still. I don't think this is a product that's going to be done within 1 to 2 updates or anything like that, which I can tell about some of the others. This one's going to be lasting me longer. It's a beautiful finishing powder. I really like using it. But I don't think that this is a product that's going to be used up very quickly. Nevertheless, I'm still motivated to use it because I love the powder. I love what it looks like on my skin. I'll continue to use it. Despite the fact that it's very difficult to see progress, I can actually tell there's less by holding it, by its weight in my hand, and also when I swirl my brush in there, there's just a lot more space. So I know that it's going down. I'll continue using it, putting it back as well. Then I am adding the RMS Beauty Signature Set Mod Collection. It's a little bit ambitious because it's a whole palette. However, I know that my use of these colors is going to be very frequent. And I've used up this particular palette before in this colorway. And I've used up a palette in the Pop Collection colorway as well. So I know that these palettes are something that I can definitely get through from RMS Beauty. It's really nice for travel. It's handy. It's beautifully packaged. I like what it feels like and what it looks like. I'll continue using it. Why not? Mod Collection, there's a balm there, 2 colors for the cheeks and lips, and a couple of highlighters, Master Mixer and Living Luminizer. I like all 4 products. So I don't believe it's going to be a big struggle for me to finish it off. It's going to take quite a few updates, but I know that I'll finish it off, and also because it's a cream product, and again, for sanitary reasons, I use my little spatula to scoop it out. It's kind of nice to see that product go down because you can definitely easily see the use if you're using something like a little metal spatula, as I am, because it cleanly removes an amount of product. So RMS Beauty Signature Set Mod Collection going back in, or going in. I'm introducing it, and we'll see how many updates. I'm actually curious how many updates it'll take me to get through it. It has already some use on it, so it's not like I'm introducing a very new product like I've used it before, right? But I am totally content with having a little bit of cream product bonanza over here. I like that. Another blush that I have here is a butter blush from Physicians Formula. I am really happy with the color. It's Plum Rose, and it's a color that I use for blush tour, meaning that I would use it as a blush, but just slightly in the contour area. It gives a much softer look than a contour does, but it's very neutral and a little bit cooler, so it does create that shadow. So today it's on me. As you can see, there's some color around the front of the cheek, and then there's some more like contour-like situation in the back of the cheek, and that's what this butter blush is here. That's what it does for me. I like it. I will probably repress it soon because I do like I do like a blush that is like not collected around the edges. I'm using it up pretty quickly, so I'm assuming that soon enough it's going to require repressing. So next time you may or may not see a repressed butter blush. We'll find out. But I still like it. I'm still using it. It's a good product and I do enjoy it. The highlight that I've been using is the Becca Shimmery Skin Perfector in Rose Quartz. This product is done. I have had very little left, lost update, and this update is just totally and completely finished. There's nothing left. I enjoy this product. I won't be repurchasing it because Becca is out of business, but I understand the Smashbox picked up some of the formulas that Becca had, so maybe something like that is still available through Smashbox. However, I do have a lot of highlighters, so I do have to use up quite a few of the ones that I own already. Therefore, I will probably repurpose this little compact because the compact itself is really hefty and good quality. And I've been using it and it's not worn at all. It's very handy and very flat, easy to travel with, easy to use. So it will serve very well for depotting things into if I ever choose to do that. So I'm going to keep the compact, but the Becca Shimmery Skin Perfector is completely done. I still have Champagne Pop, I believe. So that one I might rotate in at some point, but right now I'm not really, I'm not ready to pick a highlighter quite yet, especially something that will stick into the project pan. I want to sort of use some of the highlighters that I have without sticking them into project pan, and then maybe I'll decide to add some other one in. But for now, we're just going to stick with the cream highlighters that I have in the palette that I'm putting in and then see how it goes, basically. In terms of eyebrows, and then concealers. I still have two concealers, Bare Pro from Bare Minerals. I really enjoy these concealers. One of them is in Fair Cool. I use this one for bumping up the light or highlighting the face a little bit into places where I feel like require a little bit of volume or protrusion. It's a nice creamy formula. Now I like these enough that I'll probably, once they become flat, there's still some product that you can dig out of the bullet. So I'll probably depot that product that you can dig out of the bullet into some other container and use it up, because I do like them enough to do that. With a lot of concealers, I don't do that because that's just too much trouble for me to go through. But with these Bare Pro ones, I like them enough to probably try and do that. Also, I'll be excited to see how much of the product is still in the bullet after it becomes flat. So normally, after the bullet becomes flat, I wouldn't use it anymore. I would just consider it done and toss it. But I'm curious to dig in and see, well, how much of the product have I been wasting? And should I be just depotting everything because there's a whole bunch left in the bullet? That's a possibility. So we'll find out. I'll let you know and show you how much is left once you use it up. So that's a Fair Cool 01. That's a highlighting concealer for me, highlighting shade, and Fair Light Neutral 03 is my actual face shade. This matches my face very well. I'll be doing the same thing with that one, and that one is almost done. So probably by next update, if I wasn't going to dig into the bullet, it would be considered finished. But because I'm so curious what's left in there after I'm done with these, I will actually scoop it up and show you and probably use it up completely. Probably for one of the first times in my life, a bullet concealer will be used up totally. So I'm kind of curious to see what comes of it. These guys go back in. So let's talk eyebrows. We have two brow products that I have in here. One of them I finished. This was MAC eyeshadow in Omega. Not the first time I buy this product to use in my brows. I use it in my brows a lot. And for many years, so probably 10 years, I've been using Omega in my brows on and off. I like a pencil. I do have a pencil in here as well, but Omega I really focused on and it's completely gone. I finished it off. I will be repurchasing it for sure. I do have a few colors that are kind of similar to Omega, so I'll probably use them up or use up some of my brow stuff first, and then I'll return to Omega. But this is one that I do enjoy and I will continue repurchasing, but this one's out, so I'm gonna put it aside. I do have a brow pencil. This is an e.l.f. Instant Lift brow pencil. That is a nice brow product. I actually really like it. Now, if it was in a micro format, like really, really tiny tip, I would like it even more, but this is sort of a regular wind up brow pencil. I'm enjoying the color. The color is taupe for me. I will probably repurchase it in the past. Also, it has a really nice spoolie, which is something that not every brow pencil does have, especially not the budget ones. So the nice spoolie I'm a big fan of, and I suspect that next update it's going to be done because I am using it quite a bit. Now that my Omega is gone, I'm using it really quite a bit. I enjoy it. I will continue with it. I suspect that that is going to be an empty next time we speak. I have my eyeshadows here. This is a quad from MAC. This is like a put it together yourself kind of color scheme. And a few things happened. So I've used up the soft brown shade. So that was the brown shade that I was kind of using as a bit of a bronzer, but also on my eyes. I was multi-purposing. The peach shade I'm replacing with something else pretty soon. You'll see in the quad. The liner shade I'm using very actively. I do enjoy it. I'll continue using it. What I do is put a drop of a face setting mist for long wearing purposes right into the powder, and then picking up a little bit of a powder with a thin brush and then using it as a liner. It's a very pretty subtle liner. I like it. Gesso, the white color, is a color that's almost completely used up. I suspect next time it's going to be completely used up, and I'll replace it with another bone ivory, like one of those shades. I have lots of them, so I'll probably replace it with one of the lighter ones. I am going to keep the quad in, obviously, and I'll continue putting in colors as I'm using them up in the future. Let's talk lips. The Under My Skin lip liner from Essence that I started in January is completely done. There isn't anything left. It's like a little nub that I can't sharpen anymore, and the liner, the rest of the liner actually just popped out. So this is as done as they come. I totally got my money's worth out of it. So another finished product. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I love using liners. Liners are something for the lips that are something that I go through quite a lot. Bullet lipsticks, not so much, but liners I use a lot because I often use them on their own and they're very easy to travel with and they are long wearing. I'm replacing that liner with the Velvet Gel Liner from Marcel in neutral pink. This is more of a beige, actually. I don't know why they call it a pink. It's a nice beige liner. It's kind of light. I like using it for sculpting of the lips, especially for creating like a highlighted look in the center of the lips to create more dimension. It's very appropriate for spring and summer. I don't believe that it's going to last all that long, mostly because I know myself and I know I use liners a lot, lip liners. This wasn't the case even a year ago. It's just this year I've been really picking up lip liners a lot. So I'm going to continue using it. This is one that is going to continue shrinking. I suspect maybe 3 updates or so. And it's going to be done because I'm just an active liner user. What can I say? I have a Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm in Fussy. That one I'm continuing to use. I'm about halfway through the gloss. I mean, it's a gloss. It is not my favorite formula. I know a lot of people enjoy that formula of the Fenty gloss. I'm not sure why. It's a little sticky. I guess if you like stickier glosses, this is something that you will enjoy. It's pretty moisturizing. It has a fruit pebble sort of scent, which is not my favorite either. So, you know, I have another one that I need to use up, so I'm a little saddened by it because I'm not a huge fan of these glosses, but they're a big favorite for a lot of people. So I'm not saying that they're bad. It's just not my personal preference when it comes to lip glosses. It's fine. I'm halfway through the package. I'm halfway through the tube that I have, and I will continue using it, I suppose, until it's gone because the color is really beautiful. I really like the color. I don't mind the color at all. In terms of the 3 lipsticks that I put them in with an idea of using them until I'm kind of sick of them, and I think I'm there. I think I'm kind of sick of them. I did do a pretty good job with this one. This is Lee Swatier Gourmand Velour. This particular one is the nudie one, and it's called Almond Cake. This one I've done very well with. I've used up a considerable amount, given that it was only a couple of updates. I like it. I enjoy it. I'll probably pull on it later, but I kind of wanted to play around with different textures. These are beautiful matte lipsticks. I really like the Gourmand Velour lipsticks. I totally recommend them. I think they're a very comfortable matte. They're very similar to the Chanel mattes, if that's kind of a gauge for you if you tried those. The Chanel matte lipsticks are kind of similar to the velour ones here. So I am going to leave these 3 out. I'm not going to put them back in because I am kind of, I want to move on to using something else. I get bored with lip products very easily. And the other 2, I did get some use out of the Red Velvet shade. It's a beautiful neutral true red. If I go for red, I really enjoy pulling on it because it's just a great color, looks fantastic on the lips. I will probably be pulling for it just like as I wear reds because I tend to use it as my preferred red. I like it. And the blue that I didn't think I was going to use a lot of, I surprisingly used quite a bit of. At least for me, that's a lot of use on a bullet lipstick in one update. So I actually like it. I don't love it. That's not my favorite color, but it looks great with purple outfits somehow, because it's probably purple-based red, pink. That's probably why. But I've used quite a bit of it for my gauge. It's quite a bit because I don't tend to use a lot of the pinks. So I am moving all of those out, and next update I'll think about what I want to move in. I'm not sure yet, I haven't decided, but I will move in a couple of lip products. I think that that's what I want to do. A couple of lip products are going to be coming up and coming in, and we'll see what I finish up by the next update. I'm kind of curious myself, what shall I be done with? How is your project pan going if you're doing it? Did you finish any products from this month? Because I finished 3, a highlighter, a brow powder, and a lip pencil. That's pretty good. I generally go through 2 to 3 products a month. So generally that's kind of the average of what I tend to hit. And write down below, how are you using up your products, if you are, or if you aren't, how do you structure your use if you do at all? That's it for today. See you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Good luck, and talk to you soon. Stay safe, stay well, stay healthy.